Imagine this. One moment, Earth looks normal. The continents and oceans are exactly where they should be, a familiar sight we've known for centuries. The next moment, everything changes. Oceans become land. Vast expanses of water suddenly solidify into new terrains, continents sink below the waves, disappearing into the depths of the oceans. Imagine the land you stand on vanishing beneath your feet. It's a mind-blowing event, a complete reversal of our planet's surface. What happens next? The entire geography of Earth is turned upside down. The consequences would be instant and catastrophic. Natural disasters would strike without warning, reshaping the environment in unimaginable ways. The world as we know it would be gone, reshaped by this unbelievable event. New landscapes would form and familiar ones would be lost forever. The planet would be thrown into chaos, weather patterns would become unpredictable, and the oceans would rage with turbulent waves. It's a fascinating thought experiment with huge implications for life as we know it. Scientists would scramble to understand the new world, while people everywhere would ponder the massive changes. This is the scenario we're diving into. We'll explore the depths of the oceans and the new terrains that emerge. We'll explore the immediate impact, the chaos, and the long-term changes. From the first moments of upheaval to the lasting effects on our environment. Get ready for a wild ride as we explore what happens when our planet gets flipped on its head. The journey promises to be as thrilling as it is enlightening. The first thing we'd see is water rushing onto the land. Tsunamis of unimaginable size would sweep across former continents. Entire cities would be instantly submerged. Coastal regions would vanish in minutes. Meanwhile, the seafloor would be thrust into the air. Fish would flop on dry land. Coral reefs would bake in the sun. The once hidden depths of the ocean would become barren deserts. The immediate impact is all about survival. Those lucky enough to be in the right place, perhaps on a boat or high ground, would face a terrifying new reality. Humanity would face its greatest challenge ever. Cities, now at the bottom of the ocean, would be gone. Our infrastructure, roads, power grids, communication networks would be destroyed. Agriculture, the foundation of our civilization, would collapse. No more fields of wheat or corn, no more grazing lands for cattle. Food would become incredibly scarce. Survival would depend on adapting to this new world. We'd have to find new ways to find food, build shelter, and communicate. It would be a fight for survival unlike anything humanity has ever faced. Section 4. Wildlife in a Watery World, Triumph and Tragedy. This section delves into the profound impacts on wildlife as they navigate a world transformed by water. The impact on wildlife would be just as dramatic. Entire ecosystems would be disrupted, forcing animals to adapt or perish. Marine life used to the depths of the ocean would find themselves in shallow, sunlit waters. Many wouldn't survive. The sudden change in their environment would be too much for some species to handle. Land animals would face an even worse fate. The rising waters would force them to flee their homes, often with nowhere to go. Most would drown in the initial flood. The sheer force of the water would overwhelm them, leaving little chance for escape. Those that survived would find themselves on small islands, with limited resources and no escape. These isolated patches of land would become their new, harsh reality. However, some species might thrive. Adaptation is key in nature, and those that can adjust to the new conditions may find unexpected opportunities. Birds with their ability to fly might adapt more easily. Their mobility would allow them to seek out new habitats and resources. Fish that could tolerate both deep and shallow water might also find new opportunities in this transformed world. Their versatility could be their greatest asset in navigating these changes. Section 5. A Planet Transformed, Long-Term Consequences and the Future. As we look ahead, the long-term consequences of these changes become increasingly clear. The long-term changes to Earth would be profound. Landscapes would shift dramatically, creating new ecosystems and altering existing ones. The climate would be dramatically different. Regions that were once temperate might become arid deserts, while others could transform into lush, tropical environments. Ocean currents responsible for regulating global temperatures would be disrupted. This could lead to unpredictable weather patterns and extreme climate events. Weather patterns would become unpredictable. Storms could become more frequent and severe, impacting both natural and human systems. New mountain ranges, formed from the old sea floor, would alter wind patterns. These changes could have far-reaching effects on global weather systems. Volcanic activity from these new formations could block out the sun, leading to global cooling. This cooling could have a significant impact on agriculture and ecosystems. The Earth after the Great Flip would be a very different place. Landscapes would be unrecognizable and the balance of nature would be forever altered. It would be a world of extremes with harsh conditions and constant change. Deserts could expand, and tundras could become more widespread. Whether life could adapt and thrive in this new world is a question for the ages. Species would need to evolve rapidly to survive in these new conditions. It's a stark reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of our existence. The future of our planet depends on how we respond to these changes and our ability to adapt.